Today, an animal watched you without you ever noticing. Maybe a squirrel, a blackbird, a cat in an alley. You walked past, indifferent. It didn't. For the fraction of a second you entered its field of vision, it did something you can't even imagine. It consulted a memory, not its own. The memory of its entire species. Most people believe animals run on reflex, a sound, a shadow, a sudden movement, and they bolt, as if they were nothing more than machines built to flinch. That's wrong. The truth is far more unsettling. Animals don't react to you. They recognize you. And what they've figured out about you, they've written into their behavior generation after generation, like a warning carved into the living world. Start with a simple experiment. Researchers played recorded sounds out in the wild. First frogs, no reaction. Then the roar of large predators. The animals freeze, some drift away. Then a human voice, just a conversation, calm, ordinary. And there it's a stampede. The animals flee faster, farther, and come back much later. Not in front of the predator, in front of us. In front of a voice that isn't even raised. Think about what that means. A top carnivore at the summit of its food chain, fearing nothing that evolved around it, bolting at the sound of two humans talking about the weather. Why? Because for thousands of years, that voice was the last sound millions of animals ever heard. We didn't hunt like other predators. We didn't take our share and leave. We emptied entire continents. And the survivors are precisely the ones that learned to file us in a category of our own. But fear is only part of the story. Some animals don't just dread you. They study you. They remember your face. Crows are the most disturbing example. When a person harms them, they memorize that person's features precisely, individually. Not a human, that human. And they don't forget. Worse, they tell others. Crows that were never threatened, birds that weren't even alive when it happened, begin to harass that exact face too. The information traveled from a parent to its young, from one flock to another. That's no longer memory, that's culture. A rumor passed through the sky about you. Elephants go even further. They can tell human groups apart by scent alone or by the sound of a voice. Facing a community that has sometimes threatened them, they bunch together, fall silent, edge away carefully. Facing another, one that has never harmed them, almost nothing. They aren't reacting to the human. They're reacting to which kind of human you are. They keep a file, they hold an opinion, and that opinion rests on what humans like you have done. Sometimes long before you were born. That's what's really happening when an animal looks at you. It isn't asking whether you're tall, fast, or loud. It's asking one question in the background constantly. What kind of human is this, and what has that kind of human done before? And it gets more staggering still. The mere presence of humans, with no hunting, no violence, not even a threatening sound, is enough to rewrite how animals live. Across the planet, species once active in broad daylight have shifted into the night to avoid us. They didn't change where they live, they changed when. We didn't just reshape the landscape, clear forests, lay down roads. We rewrote time itself. Animals chose to exist at a different hour of the day for the single reason of never crossing our path. And no one taught them. The information simply accumulated until it became the default setting. So what do animals think about you? It depends on the species, but the verdict is strangely consistent. They've assessed you, they've filed you, and the conclusion for nearly all of them is that you don't fit anywhere. You're not a predator. Predators kill to eat. They have limits, hunger, territory, season. A predator is part of the system. You aren't. You don't take your place in the food chain. You stand above it, outside it. You arrive, and the rules change. You arrive, and time itself bends. No animal that ever lived had a category ready for something like you. So they built a new one, from scratch, out of fear and observation, and memory passed down through blood. The bird that flew off as you approached today wasn't being nervous. It was being accurate. It ran a calculation its ancestors encoded over thousands of years of contact with our kind. And the answer it got is the same answer almost every animal arrives at. Give this one room, not because you're cruel, not because you mean harm, but because you are the single thing on this planet that every other living creature had to invent a brand new category for. There was no template for us. We didn't fit predator. We didn't fit disaster. We didn't fit disease. We were something new. And the animals still here today are the ones that figured that out in time. that recognized us, remembered us, and stepped aside. That's what they think about. Not your face, not your size, the long shadow of everything humans have ever been. And they decided quietly that the safest thing to do was simply to let you pass.